He is named in honor of Sergeant Johnny R. Manuelito Sr., one of the original 29 Navajo code sergeants who trained in the first all-Navajo platoon here aboard the depot in 1942. Sergeant Manuelito helped create the code that the Navajos developed at Camp L, now Marine Corps Air Station here. He became an instructor, teaching other Navajo Marines the Navajo code. Later, Sergeant Manuelito participated in the Battle of Iwo Jima, where a Marine signals officer stated, "Had it not been for the code talkers, we would have never taken Iwo Jima." Lance Corporal Manny continues the tradition of a long line of mascots at MCRD San Diego, dating back to 1939, when Major General Smedley Butler introduced James Jolly Plum Duff as the first mascot here at the Marine Corps Recruit Depot. He is being escorted by the Office of Communication, Lance Corporal Grace J. Kindred. Spiritual development plays an important part in the making of a United States Marine. Lieutenant Junior Grade Brian J. McCraner, Chaplain Corps, United States Navy, will deliver the graduation prayer. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise.
Let us pray. Gracious One, we are grateful that you will never leave us or forsake us, and for the strength your presence provides to us. For it was you who told us, when you go out against your enemies, do not be afraid, for I am with you. We are thankful today for these new Marines, for their perseverance. Fear not, new Marines, for you are part of the finest fighting force on earth, forged in fire, surrounded by the most capable warriors, and accompanied always by a holy presence. We are thankful for families and friends, for their love and support. Fear not, families and friends of these new Marines, for your freedoms and your lives are forever protected by these brave men, first to fight, most ready when the nation is least ready. We are thankful today for the drill instructors, for their leadership, discipline, and sacrifice. We thank them for instilling in these Marines honor, courage, and commitment, values that forever remain woven into the fabric of every Marine. You prepared these men to be guardians of this great nation. Fear not, drill instructors, for you made Marines. Fear not, great nation of ours, for your protection lies in good hands. We fear not, for we know, O great one, that you go with us always. Amen.
Thank you. Please be seated. The Commanding General, Marine Corps Recruit Depot, San Diego, welcomes you to what is an historic event in the life of a Marine, their graduation from boot camp. Approximately 40 weeks each year for the past 100 years, new Marines have departed San Diego for service with units of the Marine Corps around the globe. The primary mission of the Recruit Depot is to provide basic training to recruits enlisted west of the Mississippi, which represents approximately 51% of all applicants in the Marine Corps each year. The depot is also home to recruiter school and drill instructor school. All our efforts here are geared toward one end, producing America's finest fighting force, the United States Marines. This morning, Company L, 3rd Recruit Training Battalion, Recruit Training Regiment, will form and march in the parade. Following the passing review, the graduating Marines will return front and center of the union stand for final dismissal. The staff for today's parade is comprised of Marines from the Recruit Training Regiment. The commander of troops is First Sergeant Nikki O. Batista, Company First Sergeant, Company L, 3rd Recruit Training Battalion. The parade adjutant is Gunnery Sergeant Zacharias Polite, Drill Instructor, 3rd Recruit Training Battalion, Recruit Training Regiment. The marching units are now being called to attention, and the adjutant's command, sound adjutant's call, will begin today's parade. In today's parade are 295 of the graduating Marines from Company L. Amongst the 295 Marines are 2 Marines who displayed outstanding performances in 2 individually graded events. Private Brandon Morales from platoon 3254 is the company high shooter, scoring a 348 out of 350. Private Taylor Perry from platoon 3251 is the most physically fit Marine. He will be receiving an award from the Marine Corps Association and Foundation. Also present today is the company honor graduates, Recruit, Staff Sergeant Esar T. Weaver. Not present today, but worth recognizing, is the primary marksmanship instructor with the platoon high average, Alex C. Thomas. Recruit Training Regiment is comprised of subjects required to produce basic Marines who functions effectively in garrison, are trained in rudimentary individual field and combat skills, and practice the personal and professional traits which distinguish them as Marines. Examples of these traits are discipline, the achievement of a state of discipline which assures respect for authority, instant and willing obedience to orders, and the self-reliance to maintain or improve those traits which exemplify a Marine. Military bearing, consistently demonstrating military presence and personal awareness, as well as the proper wearing and maintenance of uniforms. A spirit of corps, acquiring the common spirit of the Marine Corps that inspires enthusiasm, devotion, pride, initiative, teamwork, aggressiveness, determination, formal courage, integrity, camaraderie, and the burning desire to work with and for others toward excellence in common goals. For 244 years, Marines have fought and won whenever and wherever the nation called, in the harshest conditions, over the most brutal terrain, and against the most formidable enemies. Marines defend the ideals of freedom with grit and tenacity. Though battlefields change and capabilities evolve, history proves that true victory comes from the individual Marine with steeled resolve, the drive to overcome any obstacle, and the warrior spirit to fight them against all odds. It takes that steadfast faithfulness, semper fidelis, to corps, country, and each other that abounds throughout our storied legacy. Marines today remain in combat, forward deployed throughout the world, confronting every challenge with courage, loyalty, and faithfulness. They are resolved to be most ready when the nation is least ready, to defend freedom anytime and anywhere, to stand ready to aid those devastated by natural disasters, to pay tribute to those who have forged our proud legacy, and to honor the families and loved ones who faithfully stand beside us. For the Marines of Company L, today marks the end of the 14-week recruit training cycle. They have marched countless miles at Camp Pendleton and on this parade day, and have been trained, as are all Marines, as basic riflemen. In addition, due to an intensive physical training program, their strength and endurance The platoons are now being aligned from left to right in order to get them into their exact positions for the parade. The next portion of the ceremony will be our national anthem. We welcome veterans and members of the armed forces to join us in rendering appropriate honors with a military salute. For guests who have not served in the military, it is proper etiquette during the national anthem to place their right hand over their hearts, and for those in the audience wearing headgear to remove it. Will the guests please rise for the presentation of the colors? Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem. Thank you. Please be seated. Following the command, parade rest, the parade adjutant will give the command sound off, which signals the band to parade forward of the assembled Marines, while playing military marching music. now presents the assembled command to the Commander of Troops. Throughout our nation's history, millions of men and women have earned the title United States Marine. Many who have helped shape our history join us here today. In keeping with the tradition of once a Marine, always a Marine, we would like to recognize them. At this time, those in the audience who have served as Marines, please rise. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for this. Thank you. Please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, the battalion commander for 3rd Recruit Training Battalion, Lieutenant Colonel Christopher Ashworth.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, family, friends, distinguished guests. On behalf of the Commanding General of the Marine Corps Recruit Depot San Diego and the Western Recruiting Region, Brigadier General Morris, as well as the Commanding Officer of the Recruit Training Regiment, Colonel Jones, it is my pleasure to welcome you to the graduation ceremony for Company L. It is also my distinct pleasure to introduce our parade reviewing official, Master Gunnery Sergeant Segredo, whose impressive biography you will hear shortly. Master Gunnery Sergeant, it is an honor to have you with us today. Now, I'd like to take a few moments to talk about why I am so proud of the young men you've come to see graduate. But first, let me draw your attention to these impressive Marines wearing that distinctive green campaign color. They certainly need no introduction from me, for we all know them as the legendary Marine Corps drill instructor. From the moment a recruit arrives aboard the depot, there is a drill instructor with them, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, everywhere they go. Or it is the drill instructor that is the heartbeat of what it takes to transform a civilian into a United States Marine. Of the thousands of people we will meet in our lives, let's be honest, most of them we will forget. But no Marine anywhere will ever forget the name, the face, or that gentle, loving voice of their drill instructor. Also, seated by the reviewing stands are the families of the officers and drill instructors of Lima Company. These families know firsthand the time, dedication, and sacrifice it takes to make Marines, and we could not do it without their love and support. So if you would all please join me in a round of applause for the families of Lima Company. We also know that making Marines is a team effort, and it all begins with the hard-working Marine Corps recruiters who are spread throughout this great country of ours. Today, Marine Corps Recruiting Command is represented by Staff Sergeant Weaver of Recruiting Substation Reno, Nevada. Staff Sergeant Weaver was the recruiter for our company honor graduate, Lance Corporal Collins. It was Staff Sergeant Weaver who first gave Lance Corporal Collins the opportunity to earn the title Marine. Very well done, Staff Sergeant. And now let me turn my attention back to these remarkable young men standing in this formation. They are truly some of the best this country has to offer. When they arrived here, they were young and fit, 19 years old on average, and already in better shape than most people their age. 99% of them are high school graduates. 5 of them have already earned a college degree. But furthermore, they displayed a courage and a commitment that most of their peers could never muster when they raised their right hand and they swore that solemn oath to support and defend the Constitution of the United States. They come from every expanse of the globe, in this case 4 different countries. Some from as far away as Haiti or Vietnam, others from just across the street here in San Diego. But it was a single goal that brought the 295 of them together, and that goal was to earn the title Marine. 3 months ago, they embarked on the world's most demanding entry-level training when they got off those buses and stepped onto our historic yellow footprints. And trust me, throughout their time here, they have undoubtedly been tested. They have been trained and evaluated in the attributes that make the Corps both unique and deadly. We have developed in each of them a physical and mental toughness that will never quit or give up, despite the odds. They have been indoctrinated in our core values of honor, courage, and commitment, so that we create Marines of exemplary character, both at peace and at war. They have been trained in battlefield-tested warfighting skills, so that when this nation calls, its Marines always win. And thanks to the marksmanship instructors up at Weapons Field Training Battalion in Camp Pendleton, when these Marines arrive on their objective, they are capable of delivering precision rifle fire at a pinpoint target at staggering distances out to 500 yards. And finally, we created small unit leaders out of each of them, and we evaluated their ability to decide, act, and communicate, for that is what the future operating environment will demand. Now, in addition to all this, I hope yesterday you got to see a few more upgrades we've installed. They probably stood a little taller. They certainly looked a little leaner. Hopefully they looked you in the eye and they said these strange phrases like, "Yes, sir," "Yes, ma'am." Moms and dads, it should be a long time before you have to tell one of these Marines to get a job or a haircut. And I assure you, they know how to clean up after themselves and make their beds. But it is the change within that we are the most proud of. For after having been indoctrinated in our core values, and then by virtue of the fact that they stand here today, means they've embraced those values as their own. So it is because of this journey they have made, because of the physical, mental, and moral development they've displayed, which was built upon the foundation that you all laid, that I am proud to present 295 young men through their own blood, sweat, and tears can now and forever claim the title of United States Marine. Now, if you'll excuse me for a moment while I address our new Marines one last time. Good morning, Marines.
Good morning, sir! Hoorah!
You all hear that? That is pure pride. That is pride in themselves, pride in the title they have earned. Now, Lima Company, I know when you arrived here so many weeks ago, the last thing on your mind was graduation. You were probably thinking, what in the world have I gotten myself into? And how do I get them to stop yelling at me? But you stand here today as America's newest Marines, having accomplished something that most would never dare attempt. And when you get home one day, people are going to look up to you. They're going to be proud of you, as they should. And your friends are going to ask you how you did it. And when they ask you that, I want you to take them for a walk down to your recruiting station and introduce them to your recruiter. Because I can promise you, your drill instructors would love to meet your friends. But remember that with this new title comes a great responsibility. For the strength of the Marine Corps is not found in a weapon system or piece of equipment. It is found in the warfighting spirit of the individual Marine. That is what matters most in combat, and that is what makes us different. This world is a dangerous and chaotic place, but that is why we have you. And the legacy of our Corps, of not only being the first to fight, but to always win, belongs to you now for safekeeping. And that eagle woven anchor that we handed you on top of the Reaper represents 245 years of Marines that have gone before you. So be proud of yourself. Be proud of what you have accomplished. But remember who you now are and who you now represent. And always remember to protect what you've earned. So on behalf of the officers, the drill instructors, and all of the support personnel here aboard Marine Corps Recruit Depot San Diego, let me be the first to wish you fair winds, following seas. Semper Fidelis, Marines, welcome to our Corps.
Now taking their position in the parade reviewing official. Master Gunnery Sergeant Ismael Segredo, G3 Operations Chief, Marine Corps Recruit Depot, San Diego. He is accompanied by Sergeant Major Paul F. Aiken, Sergeant Major for Recruit Training Regiment, Marine Corps Recruit Depot, San Diego.
Regiment! Pocket! Hold! Reason! Up!
Master Gunnery Sergeant Ismael Segredo, G3 Operations Chief, Marine Corps Recruit Depot, San Diego, in the Western Recruiting Region. Master Gunnery Sergeant Segredo is a native of Naples, Florida, and attended Marine Corps Recruit Depot at NCRD, San Diego in 1992. After graduation, Private Segredo reported to the School of Infantry in Camp Pendleton and obtained the Military Occupational Specialty of 0341 Mortarman. Master Gunnery Sergeant Segredo has served in a variety of challenging billets in numerous commands, to include serving as drill instructor and senior drill instructor for Charlie Company, 1st Recruit Training Battalion, aboard Marine Corps Recruit Depot, San Diego. Platoon Sergeant for 1st Battalion, 5th Marine Regiment, where he was meritoriously promoted to Gunnery Sergeant. Assistant Marine Corps Officer Instructor at Boston University, Harvard University, and Massachusetts Institute of Technology, and ROTC Consortium. Weapons Company Operations Chief for 3rd Battalion, 5th Marine Regiment. Chief Faculty Advisor and Staff Non-Commissioned Officer in charge for the Staff Non-Commissioned Officer Academy, Camp Pendleton. Battalion Operations Chief for 3rd Battalion, 7th Marine Regiment. And as the Infantry Unit Leader and Operations Chief Monitor at Manpower Management Division enlisted assignments. Master Gunnery Sergeant Segredo has been serving as the G3 Operations Chief of Marine Corps Recruit Depot San Diego in the Western Recruiting Region, and will retire today after 30 years of honorable and faithful service to Corps and country. His awards include the Silver Star, Navy and Marine Corps Commendation Medal with 1 Gold Star in lieu of 2nd award, with Combat Distinguishing Device, the Navy and Marine Corps Achievement Medal with 2 Gold Stars in lieu of 3rd award, and the Combat Action Ribbon with 1 Gold Star in lieu of 2nd award. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Master Gunnery Sergeant Ismael Segredo.
Mark, command and review.
Aye, aye, sir. Pass in review. Aye. Aye.
1969. It is a long-standing tradition for Marines to face the direction of the music and stand at attention when it is heard. It is now directed to all Marines present, and will serve honorably singing the words to the first verse as Marine Band San Diego performs the Marine hymn. Will the guests please rise? gentlemen, at this time, we would like to introduce to you the Marines responsible for ensuring the success of the difficult transition required to become a Marine. The company commander is Captain Brett Divers. The company first sergeant is First Sergeant Nicky Batista. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in a round of applause for the company staff of Company L. The next portion of the ceremony will be the traditional function of retiring the guidance.
Yay! Exit! Up!
The guidons will now be returned to the drill instructors. Ladies and gentlemen, please hold your applause until all honor graduates have been recognized. The honor graduates will be presented a plaque donated by the Marine Corps Association and Foundation. The honor graduate for Platoon 3249 is PFC Connor Klopek from Fargo, North Dakota. The honor graduate for Platoon 3250 and also the company honor graduate is Lance Corporal Michael Collins from Reno, Nevada. Lance Corporal Collins is also the recipient of the Chesty Puller Award for his outstanding meritorious performance while in recruit training. The honor graduate for Platoon 3251 is PFC Michael Russell from Los Angeles, California. The honor graduate for Platoon 3253 and also the series honor graduate is PFC Samuel Colbert from Indianapolis, Indiana. The honor graduate for Platoon 3254 is PFC Eduardo Sanchez from Houston, Texas. And the honor graduate for Platoon 3255 is PFC Christopher Whitmire from Queen Creek, Arizona. Ladies and gentlemen, the honor graduates of Company L.
First Sergeant. Good morning, sir. Hold. Hey! Aye, aye, sir.
The company first sergeant will now give the command to the senior drill instructors to dismiss their platoons. Needless to say, this will be the most welcome command they have received throughout recruit training.